Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Life with Marion and Joe. Thanks for stopping by today. So we're going to be continuing on our Decorate With Me on a Budget for Christmas 2022. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about transforming a Christmas tree into something from what it is to something that might be a little bit more to what you're looking for to do this particular year. Have you checked out the prices of Christmas trees this year? They are really expensive. We're talking about 6, 7, 8, 9,000 more dollars for trees. And in these times, we just can't afford to be that frivolous with buying trees that expensive. We can always wait till after the holidays, or sometimes when Balsam Hill has a big and they're not sponsoring me, by the way, when they get rid of their trees and they want to clear out the warehouse. But you have to look for it and you have to be on top of it all the time. So today what we're going to do is we're going to take a pencil tree that I have. It's a 9-foot pencil tree, thin, and I'm going to enhance it. So if you have a tree and then you have an old tree that you wanted to get rid of, don't throw away the branches, or if the branches are attached, remove them and you can make picks out of them. And I'm going to show you today how I take a pencil tree and I add garland to it as picks, branches of an old tree as picks, and ficus leaves that I've painted as picks. And then the tree will be ready to decorate. So stay tuned and see how I do this on a budget. It didn't cost me anything to do it because I had all the stuff. Okay, so today we're going to be working on the tree, this tree anyway, and as you can see, it's a slimline tree. Now, it looks really slim because I didn't fluff it out yet, but this is a 9-foot pencil tree, and these trees are really good if you are limited for space, or if you don't want, an obtrusive thing in your room, wherever you're putting your tree. A lot of people don't like to move their furniture around and stuff like that. So these are a good option. But what I'm going to show you is how I'm going to take this tree and transform it into a different kind of a shape, because I don't want it to be so slimline. I have some room in here, and I'm going to be using some extensions on this tree to make it look a little bit different. So number one is, if you have an old tree, don't throw it out, because you're going to see what I'm going to be doing with that in a second. Okay, so as you can see, I have the lights on the base of the tree on now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start enhancing this tree by putting pieces in to make it a little bit more fuller. And then once that's done, I have to put lights on that too. All right, so the next thing in are, see what I did here? I just took these branches and, not branches, this is actually garland. And what I did was I used that spray. It's from Home Depot. It's actually to make popcorn ceilings. And it doesn't yellow and it doesn't come off. It doesn't fall all over the place. So what I'm going to do is insert these branches here and there just to give it a little bit more fullness. All right, so I take the garland that I flocked and I'm going to place it in the holes that are in the tree. And I'm going to use the little branches on the garland and the branches on the tree, and I'm going to lock them together. Now, I originally wanted this tree way more whiter and way more flocked, but I'm running short of time here. All right, so you see I put in those flocked branches that I did, and it just adds a little bit of fullness to it and a little bit of wintry look to it. Okay, now will be the next step. And here's a tip I use. I know when we get a new tree, we want to get rid of the old one. Sometimes the old one it doesn't look right when you put it together. It starts to get weak and things like that. So what I do, not all the time, because sometimes you have to get rid of things, and depending on your storage situation, I keep the branches of the trees. And then what I do is I actually can use this as a pick. So what I'll do is I'll insert this into the tree, and then I'll use the one of the branches on the tree and these branches, and I'll just twist tie it together and just lay it there to give it more of a full look. So now, I have it tucked into that corner. So what I'll do is I'm just going to put these where they're seen, so I don't have to have, when you put something in a corner and you're not going to decorate it anyway, and it's causing the tree to come all the way out into the room. This alleviates that situation. But P.S. don't forget, I reinforce the bottom. I tape it down because we don't want it to become heavy on one side, and then God forbid it's going to fall on you. So think all those things out before you actually do this. But it's a good tip. Okay, so I put those branches in, and look what a difference it looks like. And I'm going to insert right now a before on this tree so that you can actually see how different it looks. So there it is. Take a look at how skinny it was just a little while ago. Amazing, right? So there you go. You got a new tree, definitely on a budget because you used a tree that you had and possibly an older tree that you had. Or you might be able to find a tree in the thrift store, take it apart, and use it to create a new tree. Now I'm going to put lights on. I have to put white lights on, and then because it's a peppermint room, I'm also going to put some red lights on there just for a touch of red. All right, so now I added an additional 900 mini white lights onto the tree to the already bunch of white lights that were there. And now I added on 900 red lights so that we have that peppermint look. And here's what it looks like with just the red lights on the tree. I have the white ones shut off. Next, I'm going to use these ficus leaves that I painted, and I put a little bit of glitter on them just to give them an icy look, and they're going to fill the tree with texture. And take a look at that. It looks completely different. It looks like a completely different tree. So those ficus leaves not only add texture, but they add a little bit of like a snowy kind of a look that will be perfect for my peppermint ornaments, because I'm going to be using all red and white striped, and candy canes and things like that, and peppermint looking objects on this tree. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Come back tomorrow because I'm going to be doing the topper and I'm going to decorate this tree. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.